sir.
Envoy. Envoy. Gladius. Entering system. Soul. Entering Mars.
Docking position is clear.
Envoy.
Recruit! It's good to see you're still in one piece. Apologies for the harsh welcome earlier. Communications cut off as soon as you engage those Xenon infrastructure units. And I cannot stand having no vision on my subordinates. There's no need for a detailed report, Recruit. My staff have already extracted your ship logs the moment you arrived. It is beyond dispute that what you have witnessed is of the utmost concern to the Protectorate, but that is only half of the reason why I called you here personally. You have displayed unquestionable obedience and clarity of mind in the most stressful of situations, and distinguished yourself as a defender of Sol in even the darkest hours of our operation. But I might deign to answer some of your questions, if you have any. No classified subjects, though. My analysts are not entirely sure about the exact order of events. For that, we would have to interrogate Shinneman himself, and he remains MIA. I really should have read the signs beforehand. After all, predicting the movements of ally and enemy alike is core to my job here. He also seems to have eerie intuition regarding the Xenon. I can only guess that something in his childhood, surrounded by stories about the glorious Terran war against the machine scourge, must have sparked his imagination. Try to understand. That which cannot be understood might have been his downfall. For now, you leave through that door, and you recover. Once you feel ready, come and talk to me again. I'm sure there will be ample opportunity to apply your very particular set of skills. Welcome back, Operative. Ever since you handed in your report, my people have been working tirelessly to find a connection between a number of intriguing events that have occurred in Sol over the course of the last few weeks. The first incidents were barely out of the ordinary. High-tech traders missing cargo, manipulated delivery schedules, the occasional kidnapping and ransoming. Then things began to ramp up. Top-secret deliveries being raided, fake distress signals targeting our military trainees, sabotage on a grand scale, and lately, more and more of these incidents involve the Xenon in some fashion. We can no longer ignore the possibility of a major new threat to the Terran Protectorate. Based on recent evidence, my people are fairly sure that our opponents are the infamous Yaki. In a nutshell, they're pirates. Our data suggested that they originated as members of the Argon Federation, another splinter group they couldn't keep under control. One of their criminal spin-off enterprises, the infamous Beryl, was responsible for an AGI drone attack on Earth in recent history. Expect their ships to be heavily armed and highly maneuverable. Ah, yes, indeed. I recognize you might have personal reasons for your interest, so it seems only prudent to offer you this assignment first. The objective is simple. Find out where these pirates are hiding, what their goals are, and whether they can be defeated. Unfortunately, you will only be able to call upon limited support during your mission. As an undercover operative, it is paramount that no direct connection can be drawn between you and the Terran Secret Service. Once you leave Protectorate space, you're on your own. I can provide some guidance to help you get started, but ultimately, you will be the one making decisions under pressure. 2 of our cadets recently encountered an especially malicious distress signal trap that was presumably set by these Yaki. They seem to be targeting specific Terran ships for some reason, and since they're keen on eliminating anyone who follows their trail, that reason remains a mystery to us. If we
How's it
can
going?
advance...
Someone just contacted me. Said she was a mutual friend. Have you been freelancing for the Terran High Command without keeping me in the loop? Well, it doesn't really matter now. I suppose we all have our secrets. The contact said she wanted to meet to get the ball rolling on a covert operation, but she refused to discuss the details over the comms. You interested? That's alright. If you feel like picking this up later, you can approach Delilah at the Special Operations Command Center directly.
Good to see you, Operative.
Hello there. Good luck out there.
Envoy.
Docking position cleared.
Stop! Anywhere within this sector will be fine, Operative. Let's see here. 2 medical emergencies and a harmless collision in the docking queue. Nothing out of the ordinary. Patrols are already moving in to assist. Carry on with your task.
Entering.
Beautiful, isn't it? Solid piece, I mean. I hope we can keep it that way. And here we are. You just have to know what to watch out for. A civilian transport logged an unidentified vessel, creeping about at the edges of the sector, refusing to answer when being asked for directions. There's no mention of a patrol encounter, so that ship might still be out there. Judging by the log trajectory, we may be able to make a strike in the next sector. That's a lead. Let's move. Interesting. We're getting dangerously close to Sagara's Pioneers' territory. They're spread thin and rely on Terran trade. That makes them especially vulnerable to these pirate raids. If I were a shadowy nemesis that wanted to strike the Protectorate where it's weakest, Pioneer's space is where I'd begin.
Entering Saturn 1.
No hits. That's somewhat unexpected. No, there's something here. A faint signal my team can't quite pinpoint. I believe a more in-depth search is in order. That produced a result at least. If you keep this up, you'll be able to narrow down the signal's origin. Move towards the new search area and try again. It's getting clearer. There we go. I'll assign a local patrol to assist you right away. These pirates won't ambush us this time.
Ukri.
Your escort is ready and eager for a fight.
Wreck.
Xenon! Dispatch them, operative.
N.
I'll erase you from the mix.
M.
Is that the best
N.
you got? You got your recruit?
M. N.
Basic joke. Oh no!
N.
I'd love to take the time to commend you for your bravery, operative, but I'm afraid you'll have to continue on your quest right away. A local trader just sent out a distress signal, and the pattern matches that of an earlier pirate attack. We're close to apprehending these intruders.
Ukri. Entering Uranus. Empty space.
seems you've arrived just in time. The reports are piling up in Pioneer's territory, as we feared. How odd. The trader reports that she was ordered to drop her cargo, but that nothing of value ended up being stolen. Only a small amount of foodstuffs. However, there's no time to dwell on that right now. This is as far as I can safely communicate with you, Operative. From here on out, you're on your own.
Now that the venerable Terran individual has terminated communications, I can finally share my insights with my valued assistant. I do so fancy a scientific investigation.
Entering Neptune. Empty space.
I spot a Pioneer mining fleet in the distance. Maybe we can ask them for directions.
Follow. Mineral.
By the Queen! Those Pioneer fellows seem to be in trouble.
Who treads there? One step closer, and your space flight down!
No. This can't be happening.
Fleet, defend yourself. Don't let that Yaki take away our hard-earned credits.
Captain? Are you sure?
Of course I am. We're pioneers, and we won't be done in by a pirate.
Fools! I will see you slaughtered for this! Come, my children! Tear them from their metal coffins!
Engaging! Neon spotted! Don't give me that. You're going to regret that. Pirate spotted!
End. M.
This is bad. Get off my radar.
E.
That's fine. I can take one hit.
N.
Xenon spotted.
M. N. M.
Space.
We cannot tolerate your actions.
Tokyo. Laser Tower Mark 1.
Wiped out.
N.
Requesting immediate backup.
You're making a big mistake.
Oh, that was a close one. Now, friend, I don't know how to thank you. Had she not arrived at precisely the right moment, I don't know if we would have found the courage to stand up against that vile thief.
But, Captain Atreides...
Reuven, please, give our guest a moment to breathe. Maybe collecting the cargo that was scattered during this most heinous attack will help lift our spirits, yes? Please, friend, give us a hand if you will.
Unknown object.
Splendid. Please, friend, do accompany us on our journey. It is just a short hop. Upon our arrival, I will arrange for you to be generously accommodated.
Bolo mineral.
Say, friend, what leads you to this most remote of places? Perhaps you've heard of the famous Pioneers Initiative and couldn't help but want to see this most honorable endeavor for yourself. I can proudly say that us pioneers have dutifully expanded the reaches of Sol ever since our inception, and our glorious tale grows grander by the day.
I must say that this operation is rather fascinating.
A boron? How intriguing. You couldn't possibly be here because of the planetary beautification program?
Oh, indeed. I have a plethora of vivid ideas that I would very much like to... I mean, that information is classified, friend.
Right. Too many ears. Well, I'm sure we'll have ample opportunity for a chat once we arrive at our destination, my dear friends.
Entering system. Brennan's Triumph.
Captain, we're approaching our base of operations.
Capital. Well then, my friend, you go and take the cargo you helped us collect to the customs officer over yonder. Don't worry, she'll catch on eventually, and you'll get your share.
Docking permission granted.
Envoy.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission.
This entire situation appears to be rather opaque. I do hope that this customs officer will be able to shed some light on what we just witnessed.
Yes? How can I help you? Yes, I've been expecting another delivery. One shipment of Terrán tech unloaded and ready for sampling. Few of these crates are damaged. That's a bit troubling. You wouldn't know anything about that, now would you? True, but you can't keep going overboard. Here, take this as a token of thanks. And maybe tell Atreides not to overdo it. Thank you. Finally, someone who's reasonable.
I am afraid I was not quite able to follow. We may have to investigate further. The denizens of the local recreation establishment will surely be able to elaborate. Trust me, assistant, for I have done my research on proper detective work.
Stars light upon you. My people are spread far, and I consider it my holy duty to travel the Gate Network and give spiritual guidance to those in need. These people desperately need someone to teach them serenity and contentment. This area of the Gate Network houses so many disparate peoples, so much potential for strife. And even on this station, there is scarcely a moment of peace. Not so long ago, I observed a pilot with a terribly asymmetrical face storm through these serene halls, assailing innocent bystanders. It would truly be a shame if this budding community were to wither in senseless conflict. Good day to you.
Hello there. Yeah, about that. You do realize that we're professionals, right? That we've probably dealt with pirates in the past? That situation could have gone a lot worse, but it also could have gone a whole lot better if we'd made even the slightest effort to de-escalate. Look, I'm glad you came to help us out, but next time, try to read the situation first. Should probably tell that to the captain, too.
Hello there, pilot. And she told you that? You two must be getting rather close already. Look, I'm not saying she's wrong. I know I jumped the gun. Might have endangered the entire operation.
I'm sorry I misjudged you. I simply saw a ship I didn't know arriving at that crucial moment, and tried my best to keep up appearances.
But I know that doesn't change anything. I should maybe just stay away from Shani for a while. A very long while. Does she now? Gah, the gall of the woman. She's the one who got us into that situation in the first place. Oh, I'll tell her a story, all right, when I next meet her. Nothing in particular. You know, the usual dangers of long-distance hauling. Mining. Don't concern yourself with that. Right now, all is well, and you're our honoured guest. No, I'm innocent, I swear. That customs officer has been in cahoots with those pirates this entire time. I wouldn't be surprised if she was a Yaki herself.
You disgust me, Atreides. We made a promise.
I'm only telling the truth, Reuven. I keep telling you that we can't stand up to the Protectorate. Please don't tell your superiors. Apprehend that customs officer, and this entire mess will be cleaned up, I promise. Damn it. Reuven, wait!
Praise miscommunication, as our new parent and friend might say. Onward! I have marked the customs office for you.
Hello. Hello there. Good luck out there.
Oh no! The tadpole has jumped the pond. Hurry up, assistant. Our investigation demands the utmost haste.
Short-range transporter. Sagaris Pioneers Wharf. Autopilot engaged. Autopilot disengaged.
That asteroid does look peculiarly inhabited, or abandoned. It might just be the poor quality of your camera's resolution, but I do advise caution. And there is the customs officer again. Do not spook her. We still have to find the clue.
Thanks for your help. Out of docking range.
Docking permission granted.
Docking aborted. Short-range transporter.
permission granted.
Gladius.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Rapier.
Thank you.
Abandoned asteroid base. Rapier.
You! Stop right there.
Judging by previous reactions to your rather forceful negotiation tactics, a certain amount of pressure will likely cause her to yield.
What do you want? Are you threatening me? I have no further business with you. Thank you for letting me know. Maybe it's for the best. Towards the end, he was a danger to himself and everyone around him. We might have been. Once. It's true, by the way. He came to me quite recently. Went on and on about this new piece of cyberware he'd built out of Terrán high-tech. He was so proud. And of course, he wanted me to have it. Thought that it would make me reconsider my decision and maybe go back with him. He was already so far gone. I couldn't bring myself to say no, and so I took it. Kept it with me even though I knew I'd never return there. Here, I'll make you an offer. You seem more sensible than I expected, and I have a feeling that you wouldn't stop searching just because I told you to get lost. You go ahead and take this. See where it leads you. All I ask of you is to keep an open mind and don't judge a book by its cover. There are going to be a few ugly ones where you're headed. Good luck.
An item! How curious! This appears to be a rather advanced piece of cybernetics. Its creator seems to have poured his very soul into the intricate metalwork, and if my eyes do not mislead me, yes! It appears to be linked to the scary and sinister asteroid in your vicinity. Assistant, I command you to investigate.
Are you interested in a job? I knew I could count on you.
Mission interrupted. New mission activated.
this place watching me. I suggest we conclude our investigation in the most efficacious and hasty manner possible.
Mine. Danger. Abandoned asteroid base.
I do not like the look of that.
Laser Tower Mark 1.
Yaki ship. So this is what that awfully suspicious customs officer was hiding.
Sir.
Gladius. Morea.
I am sure that you would like to familiarize yourself with the controls of this intriguing vessel, but all in due time. May I propose that we first increase the abandonment of this horrible place by several levels of desolation?
Gladius. Abandoned asteroid base.
Such ingenuity! Assistant, you have outdone yourself.
Gladius. Moreya.
Now that we have completed that most uncomfortable episode, there appear to be multiple options at your disposal, Assistant. From what I could gather, your other employer would undoubtedly appreciate your swift return. However, those overzealous Terrans will likely quarantine this marvelous piece of technology in their enthusiasm. Should you decide to meet them, it would be prudent to not waste resources on ship equipment beforehand. Alternatively, and if I may say so, preferably, you are always welcome to join me at your own headquarters. I do admit that I may not be the most ostentatious or generous of hosts, but I promise not to damage your newly acquired vessel during the examination. The quest for knowledge is the noblest of pursuits.
Entering system. Gaian prophecy. Entering system. Sikaris. Entering system. Antigone Memorial. Entering system. The Void. Entering system. Second contact. Entering system. Black hole sun. Entering black hole sun. 5. Barbarossa. Jump gate. Grand exchange. Entering system. Grand exchange. Entering Grand Exchange 1. Cover activated. Yaki. Docking granted. Successfully docked.
It's an honor to have you aboard.